Здравствуйте, уважаемые эксперты и зрители. Меня зовут Маркина Ирина Олеговна. Я представляю вам свой видеоурок. Приятного просмотра.
Hello, my friends. How are you? Today I'm wearing special clothes and all these things. Do you know why? Okay. Are you staying at home too? Good. Why are we all in our flats and houses? Yeah, you're right. Do you know what a coronavirus is?
Yeah, it is an infection COVID-19 or coronavirus disease 2019. Is it dangerous and why? Exactly right. Let's focus on the vocabulary. Repeat after me. A virus. A virus. A germ. A germ. To infect. To infect. A snotty nose. A snotty nose. A cough. A cough. A sneeze. A sneeze. An illness. An illness. To catch a cold. To catch a cold. To breathe. To breathe. To feel ill. To feel ill. A high temperature. A high temperature. A headache. A headache. A sore throat. A sore throat. Antibodies. Antibodies. Cells. Cells. A ventilator. A ventilator. A cure. A cure. To inject. To inject. To blow one's nose. To blow one's nose. A vaccine. A vaccine. Super. During our lesson, you will get points for each task. Look, you've got 10 points for oral activity. You can see your progress on the top of the slides. Keep it up, and this badge to double your points in the next task is also for you. If you need a dictionary with today's vocabulary, go to Google Doc with the link or QR code. If you use your smartphone for watching video, if your phone doesn't have function for scanning QR codes, download any app for that. Let's practice our vocabulary. Go to this website with the link or scan QR code. On the website, click on the icon, hear the words, and type them in the boxes. After that, push blue button and check the results. If you have wrong answers, you have an opportunity to rewrite them. Don't worry about that. So now you can pause the video and come back after the task. Excellent work. Plus 30 points for written activity. Wow. Let's continue. Go to the same website with the link or QR code and join the blue pins with orange ones. In other words, glue together pictures and words. Good luck. I will wait for you. I like the way you're working. 15 points for you. It's time for reading. Open the document by registration on the Kami website or download the file here. Read pages from 3 to 7 and be ready to answer the question on the slide. Also, focus on the highlighted words in the text. If you need, use our dictionary. Pause the video while you read. Oh, you're here. How quickly you read it all. I have special 5 points for good readers. And now let's answer the questions. What is the coronavirus? How do we catch it? What are the symptoms? Why should older people and people with illnesses stay at home? Is there a cure for the coronavirus? Very interesting. Good thinking. 20 points. I see you're deep in our subject. Let's expand our knowledge. Use the link or QR code and fill in the gaps on the website. And don't forget to check your work. Get your well-deserved 45 points. Let's go back to our great book and find out what we can do. Read pages from 8 to 12 and write the ending of the sentences on the slide. You're working so hard. Check the sentences. The government of this country has said that people can only go outside their homes if they really have to. Most people can also go out of their home if they need to buy food or to exercise. But they must be very careful not to go near anyone else. Remember to wash your hands too, because the coronavirus lives in your snot and it can get on to your hands from the tissue. One day, quite soon, though nobody knows exactly when, you'll be able to visit people you love who don't live with you, play with your friends, go to school again, and do lots of other things that you enjoy but that you can't do now. Do you have any mistakes? That's great. Another 45 points. Now, we know that the soap kills coronavirus, but do you know how to wash hands properly? Let's watch the video and check it out. Use the link or QR code for that. What a great video! Do you remember how to wash your hands correctly? We'll check it now. Go to the website and put the sentences in order. Second conditional. The second conditional sentences are used for expressing outcomes that are completely unrealistic or will not likely happen in the future. Consider the example below. If I won the lottery, I would buy a new house. Notice the correct way to structure a second conditional sentence is to use the simple past tense in the if clause and auxiliary modal verb, for example, could, should, would, or might, in the main clause, the one that expresses the unrealistic or unlikely outcome. Third conditional sentences are used to explain that present circumstances would be different if something different had happened in the past. Look at the following examples. If you had told me you need a ride, I would have left earlier. If I had cleaned the house, I could have gone to the movies. These sentences express a condition that was likely enough but didn't actually happen in the past. The speaker in the first sentence was capable of leaving early but didn't. Along these same lines, the speaker in the second sentence was capable of cleaning the house but didn't. These are all conditions that were likely but regrettably didn't happen. Note that when using conditional, we use past perfect in the third conditional, had plus past participle. In the if clause, the modal auxiliary were, would, could, should, etc., plus have plus past participle in the main clause express the theoretical situation that could have happened. When forming conditional, the if clause of the dependent clause can come first. If the dependent clause comes first, we do not use a comma, for example. If we go now, comma, we will catch the train. We will catch the train if we go now. Or to revise the rule, we do not use comma if the dependent clause comes first. Conditionals are also one of many grammar points in English that foreign learners of English have to learn more about than native speakers. Ask a common English speaker what the conditionals are, and even though they may use them every day, they will not be able to explain in grammatical terms. And now, let's practice the zero conditional. Use link or QR code and complete the sentences. And you will see the result after sending the answers. That's good. And 15 points are going to you. It's time for the first conditional. You know what to do. Another 15 points. You're a clever student. The next is the second conditional. Here we go. Well done. And you know what you won. 15 points. The third condition is waiting for you. Can you imagine? You get 15 points and superpower plus 5 points in the next task. And last exercise, including conditionals, is here. Fantastic. Here are 20 points. You are good at English, but I have a special thing for you. This can be challenging. You choose the level of the task and try to decrypt sentence. Each picture stands for one word. Levels 1 and 2 have hints, but the third level needs great effort to complete it. You can open all the files to choose suitable for you. Good luck! Oh, you're a tough nut to crack. Let's check your work. Some people are getting sick with the coronavirus, COVID-19. People with COVID-19 may get a fever, cough, feel tired. Older people, not kids, have been getting sick for COVID-19. Sick people can be tested and check if it is COVID-19. Sick people can go to the doctor to feel better. Sick people will stay away from other people so they don't spread germs. Most people with COVID-19 will feel better in a couple weeks. We want as many people as possible to stay healthy. How can we stay healthy? By stopping germs. It is important to use soap to wash your hands. Wash your hands for 20 or 30 seconds to wash away germs. When we can't wash your hands, we can use hand sanitizer. Also, try not to touch your face. I can stop germs. Some schools and places might close to help prevent germs from spreading. People in charge will decide what is best for my community. They want to keep everyone healthy. If my school is closed, I can do schoolwork at home. My parents, teachers, and trusted adults will let me know places close and when we can all go back. I will go back to school when the COVID-19 germs are gone. You make it look easy. I'm not greedy, so I give you 40 points for any level. We've done so much, but I have a pen pal and we exchange letters regularly. It would be great if you and I started texting too. It will also help you in the exam. Do you know how to write a personal letter? Okay, let's revise the rules for writing a personal letter. First, imagine that you are communicating with your friend. Add details and express your personal attitude. Words and expressions should not be official as in real communication with your friends. Informal writing also involves short forms. It's instead of it is, I've seen instead of I have seen. It is important to stick to the 100-120 word limit. A letter of less than 90 words is not evaluated at all, and you will get 0 points. The part of the message text that exceeds 132 words is not evaluated. In this case, it is much less likely to get 0 points, but 120 words will be counted from the beginning of your letter, and only these words will be checked. You should follow the clear structure of the letter. Address and date in the upper right corner. Appeal and greeting, reaction to information from a friend, answer to questions from a friend, ask questions to a friend, message about disability or receiving a response, and signature. I strongly do not recommend leaving one or more questions. To get the maximum score for approval, and each question should be answered and sufficiently detailed. It is very important to have a template with ready-made phrases, clichés of address, greeting, and end of the letter. This will allow you to focus as much as possible on answering and asking questions to your pen pal. The finished template must be remembered, the content must be learned, and the number of words in it must be calculated in advance. You should show the examiner the variety of vocabulary and grammatical structure that you know. Try to use synonyms, antonyms, words from the same language family, and as many different grammatical structures as possible in the volume. Impress the examiner with knowledge of various tenses, compound sentences, degrees of comparison of adjectives and conditionals. The message must be logical and related. After writing a letter, check the consistency and logic of your thoughts, and link individual paragraphs with introductory words. For example, well, by the way, you asked me about. Try to write without using words or constructions that you are not sure about, and check the final letter for any errors and misspellings. Let's practice. Click on the red pin and select the correct variant that relates to the selected passage. Beautiful. 15 points. You have the opportunity to raise your level. Pass these 2 tests and get 30 points. If you are not sure about your knowledge of writing personal letters and clichés, use this file. I'm very proud the way you worked. 30 points are yours. I will be very happy if you write me a personal letter in the comments below. Here is sample, and you have all the necessary cliché in the file. Thank you so much. A wonderful lesson. Do you like this lesson? Why? Fill out a short survey about lesson or write in the comments below, and you'll raise your level. Congratulations, you did it. Very good. Take your 45 points. Did you notice that in the book about coronavirus, one word was repeated a huge number of times? Can you guess what the word is? That's the right answer. This word is if. What part of speech is this? Good, it's a conjunction. Where is it used? Yes, it is used in conditional sentences. Do you remember how many types of conditional sentences there are? Yeah, there are 4 types of conditional sentences. Let's revise the material. The conditional sentences, sometimes called if clauses, are constructions in English used to discuss something that could happen in the future or was possible but didn't happen in the past. They can be difficult to learn because they're so similar, but they have specific different uses. Their specific uses are the zero conditional. The zero conditional sentences express general truths, situations in which one thing always causes another. When you use a zero conditional, you are talking about a general truth rather than a specific instance of something. Consider the following example. If you heat water, it boils. There are a couple of things to take note of in the above sentence, in which the zero conditional is used. First, when using the zero conditional, the correct tense to use in both clauses is the simple present tense. A common mistake is to use the simple future tense. First conditional. The first conditional sentences are used to express situations in which the outcome is likely but not guaranteed to happen in the future. Look at the examples below. If it rains at the weekend, the game will be cancelled. If you teach them English, they will learn. Note that we use the simple present tense in the if clause and simple future tense in the main clause, that is, the clause that expresses the likely outcome. This is how we indicate that under a certain condition, as expressed in the if clause, a specific result will likely happen in the future.
I hope you're well. Don't get sick. Take care of your loved ones. I hope you don't meet people with this uniform. Stay safe, stay home.